So, can you tell us this year's Nobel Prize in Physics and why they are winning this prize?
Yes, so the prize is for a very exciting discovery of gravitational waves, and that is something that Albert Einstein predicted. Then he retracted a little bit actually, but in the end he was also convinced that they had to exist, but to measure them was extremely difficult. So it has taken over 40 years from that they started this experiment until they finally, about 2 years ago, they discovered this amazing pulse of gravitational waves.
So you mean this assumption has done by Einstein long time ago?
Absolutely, but nobody knew for sure if they did exist, because they are so difficult to measure. So one can say that the space and the time really vibrates, but very, very small vibrations. So just one part in 1,000 billion. I mean, extremely tiny vibrations, but finally they could measure it by very sophisticated laser methods. So shooting laser beams in two perpendicular directions and merging them together, they could see an interference pattern that changed a little bit, and that was really what they had expected from gravitational waves.
But in simple words, how that affect our life? What is great? What is that importance for us?
Well, for everyday life, this will probably take a long time before it's really directly important. But of course, for astronomers and cosmologists, this is an extremely useful new tool to study exotic phenomena out in space, like merging of black holes and merging of neutron stars and all kinds of objects that we couldn't see at all before. Now we have a method to see them using these gravitational waves.
So it's a step forward for us to understand the universe.
Absolutely, and it also shows once again that space and time are not really rigid. They could change, and if something very massive moves around, there will be tiny distortions of space and time, and that is the gravitational wave which has been now discovered. So it's a very great time for science.
As an amateur of science, I feel like it's also interesting maybe for the young people should continue to study former Nobel Prize winners, or study more about Einstein. Any other
absolutely.
predictions will come true?
Well, I don't know. I think most of Einstein's amazingly have come true, but of course there are many ideas lying around that are just waiting for young people to pick them up and to really verify them experimentally.
Maybe a very brief suggestion to the young people.
Well, one thing that we are now trying very much, but we haven't really discovered it yet, is the so-called dark matter of the universe. That's a very important quantity. We know that there's much more in the universe that we can see, but nobody knows what it is. This is a perfect subject, I would say, for young people to devise new methods to investigate these dark matter particles that seem to be there, but nobody knows what they are.
So it might be new resources for mankind or for the Earth.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
Thank you very much.
Delighted.
Thank you.